Welcome, Kacharites. We are back because it is finally Shark Week. I got my new Great White Shark Jaws Funko. I don't know if I'm going to open it yet or not. I'm ready to go. And they don't have no stupid, annoying celebrity doing the hosting kind of stuff. I don't know if they're just trying to cut cost or decided to get back to business. But we're getting it back in. We're kicking off Shark Week. Yeah, to start. So, all right, let's go. Let's watch some Shark Week. Yeah. I'm watching Shark Week, right? So yeah, safe to say it got off to a bumpy start with the program Dancing with the Sharks, getting the guy from the Dancing with the Stars doing a little host of shark feeders, doing dance routines while with their shark partners. Yeah, it wasn't that good. It got so much. I got on Twitter. It had so much hate. I knew it would. Now, granted, there was a few of them I thought was actually, pretty clever and pretty good thing, but this might not have been the best choice for an opener. Now, let's be flat real here. Shark Week's had its fair flop of reality celebrity kind of stuff. So, I mean, I wouldn't know. I'd say this is definitely the worst they've ever done. I mean, they had the Jackass guys come in and do a bunch of stunts with the one of them getting bit, and then at least they came back and kind of the next year and kind of did a more serious episode to kind of clean it up. We've had the pimple popper lady. We have the whole Shaq one where he was like scared of sharks, even though he agreed to host Shark Week. The Meg mockumentary that actually wasn't bad if you really was like 10 minutes in that it was totally fake, but yeah, so probably not the best way to start the week, so to speak. Maybe if you could throw this in there somewhere during the middle of the week as like a 10 o'clock episode or something. But the next two episodes of the night, both pretty much were circulated around Allison Towner, who it's like the queen shark scientist. So we can rebound. So we did get some really good stuff after that. The second episode was the new entry for the Air Jaws series, because you get one of those pretty much every Shark Week as well, as they're looking for Colossus. Colossus being one of the famous Air Jaws sharks that we've had before, from like 10 years ago, I think they said, was when they filmed that, and hasn't been spotted since. And of course, and they had the great whites disappearing act from the South African shores due to the orcas. Then there was a video of a fisherman got around New Zealand of a great white breaching that had a similar distorted fin that's very much like Colossus's. So they went down there to investigate that. So we had Allison doing some stuff in South Africa. Meanwhile, we had Andy Casagrande and Paul de Gelder doing stuff down in New Zealand. some just kind of felt more, as they were kind of looking for classes, also felt more like a tribute to those air dolls of the past. They brought back the Seal Sled. They brought back Wasp. And it's like kind of felt like that was more of a like an homage to the previous ones. But it was done kind of weird. So this time around, there was just putting Paul Gelder in onto those things, which the whole point of the Seal Sled was to get a closer picture of the shark breaching, and Andy Casagrande is the camera guy. He's on the boat, but Paul Gelder's on the sled, just taking a ride on the sled, watching, just to get a close up view of it. So I was like, that's kind of not what the sled. That's not exactly what you guys use that for, but okay. But then they ended up getting a breach with a similar, but did not. I mean, I will say I don't think it looked like Colossus at all. So they got then getting that breach there. Had a similar fin, but I think the video they were reacting to from the fisherman, that one looked pretty much like Colossus. The one they ended up getting the breach in the video, I don't think so as much. That was still a pretty good show. Good Air Jaws program. Bring back all the hits.
And then
the next one focused more on the orca attacks on the whites, and Allison was more focusing on that. And obviously there's been the ones with them doing it in groups, and then there's now a video of them.
And then
so we have the one. An orca did a surprise attack. A solo orca did a surprise attack on a white and just came up from underneath. And the orca's attacks usually are they like to ram their prey to stun them. It was able to ram it, stun it, grab the pectoral fin, and then you rip its side open to get to that. That liver they like so much. So they're trying to figure out like what the advantages of that is. So it's really weird because the Air Jaws one ended because she stayed pretty much in South Africa and she was like finding some new find new shark spots. At the end of the episode, she's like, well, I want to go to New Zealand now and check out these new big sharks that are down there. The very next episode is her in New Zealand. So I was like, well, that paid off. That one paid off. And she's working with Dickie, who's a very popular shark guy because he just does the crazy stunts and comes up with crazy contraptions. So he also brings his own little Seal Sled there, a smaller one-man one, which was very popular. He puts himself in harm's like that, and that was getting the sharks' attention. They were coming to check it out. The orca thing they carry on to see how the sharks react to him and orca. Which actually is interesting at first because they all kind of disappeared. As soon as he started it, they all kind of like disappeared. Then they slowly came back and eventually tried to take bites at the tail. So, but then they started wanting to test the theory. They believe that the sharks may have a blind spot. So they did a test to see if they could use the orca head there to hit the blind spot. I don't know if that technically proved that. The shark got close enough. It wasn't really this because the sharks knew he was there. They were swimming up. They would be swimming up to him, and then they would turn and hit it. So it was more like they were just kind of exposing that area. But at the same time, I think there's more that telling for a shark when they know when an orca's in the area, because the orcas also make a lot of marine mammals are noisy underwater. But it was also really really solid trying to test how the sharks are why orcas are having such success decimating the great white sharks that they're doing. So after a rough start, we did get a very good rest of the 9. So that's good to see that we had a nice little bounce back there. But, bumpy start, went good. Tonight's episodes are Great White Sex Battles. Going to see the difference between, I guess, male and female with Great Whites. Jaws versus Omega Croc. And the Eye of the Storm, Shark Storm. So all of those sound like they're sticking to shark science. So that's hopeful there. We're not going to do any no silly reality stuff in there. I'm pretty sure there'll be at least something more before the end of the night. I know Discovery Channel has turned a lot of its program towards that more reality kind of based stuff. So they're going to make that kind of stuff. So as long as we get the better ones and the normal ones, really, hopefully, is what we can hope for. But rough start. Good couple of episodes after that. So hopefully the rest of the week stays good. Until next time. Control out.